What's up, everybody? Speed check here. Today we are running a Mega Excadrill team. We got Tailwind, Aerodactyl for speed control, a little Trick Room action for some shenanigans with Sinistcha. We also run Sneasler for obvious reasons, very good Pokemon. Mega Excadrill itself is running Protect, Rock Slide, Iron Head, high horsepower. Idea is big single target damage. It's bulky. It doesn't fear a lot of big common threats that I keep running into. And we have the support to protect it, like Basculegion and Intimidate. We also have, obviously, Sinistcha to heal up people as well, giving us lots of options in a lot of various situations. As you can see, here's the team. It's a pretty fast team. So you might be wondering, what's the point of the Trick Room? Well, it comes in clutch every now and then. If I tend to see a Trick Room heavy team, I tend not to just bother with Tailwind at all. And then instead, I can just kind of undo their Trick Room. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's been super fun to run this team through the ladder. It's really nice to use Mega Excadrill because I think it's not S tier or anything, but it's definitely overlooked. I think it can do more than people think, especially against a lot of big common threats like Tyranitar and the Fairies. Alrighty, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, game one of this video. Opponent is leading Orthworm and Incineroar. They are running a Garchomp on this team as well. If they brought Orthworm, I know for certain that they have Garchomp in the back. So with that in mind, I was kind of looking at the board and thinking, they might try to double into Arrow, and I could lose my Sash here. Would Tailwind really be worth getting up? Most of my team actually outspeeds most of their team. Their team is not that fast. How valuable is Tailwind here is what I'm thinking. So instead, I also look at, I know I want to flip turn Basculegion already. I know I want him out of there. So I think I'm just going to Protect. Though I do consider going big in on Orthworm. The reason is that I don't think Incineroar could actually do enough to Basculegion. And I want to get Orthworm low enough that I want to prevent his Shed Tail here, right? Ultimately, though, I don't think it's worth it. I think the Wave Crash damage I would take would just put unnecessary risk on Basculegion when I think it kind of just wins the game by sitting in the back. So I Protect into Arrow because it's the only fake out target on the field, and I flip turn my Basculegion out. So you can see what I brought. You can see the opponent's team. He's also got a Snow Angle with Frostlass, but I don't think he brought that if he brought Orthworm. So I bring in my Incineroar because I want to debuff Incineroar as well. Incineroar, yes, but I want to debuff Orthworm because the idea behind that is if he does Shed Tail, he's passing those debuffs to whoever comes in next to. I believe, at least, it works like Baton Passed, right? I'm pretty positive Shed Tail works like Baton Passed. Either way, in this video, I am operating under the assumption that it does. So I'm thinking, hey, debuff the heck out of the Orthworm if I can't get it low. Which this team, what I brought, can get it low, but I have to be careful. So while the opponent is taking some time to make his next move, I'm kind of just sitting there thinking I just have to protect Basculegion. Basculegion is easily the win condition. If Garchomp's in the back, does not fear it. Basculegion will KO Garchomp before Garchomp can KO me. I fake out the Orthworm because I'm really not too concerned about Incin. I think Incin kind of wants out. So I taunt it because I feel like it wants to parting shot out. He wants to get momentum, right? He wants, seeing my Incin on the field and Arrow, who is weak to Rock Slide, he wants Garchomp on the field. If he can't Shed Tail to something, he wants Garchomp on the field. You can see me recording there because I like to record really good turns. So now I have options. I still have Sash on my Arrow, and again, I don't value Tailwind too much in this game because Basculegion will outspeed Garchomp, and I know he has no speed control, but I go for Protect here instead, play it safe, and I decide this might be the opportunity. I doubt Orthworm can do too much to Incin. I do know about Body Press, obviously, but I live one, and I've got a Citrus Berry. Moreover, the more damage I can get on that Orthworm, the better, because then he can't Shed Tail, right? And I'm assuming he's actually running Citrus, because if you're running Shed Tail, you run Citrus. So I hit him with a big Flare Blitz. This is not that, there's not a lot of attack invested on this Incin, but it is adamant. So it procs the Citrus Berry, and unfortunately for the opponent, he's exactly at 1% outside of outside of Shed Tail range. I'm pretty sure if he has at least 50, he could do it. So he does go for a big Body Press on me, but like Incin can't do anything to me. And either way, he was going into Arrow. He really wants this instant off the field, but he does not want to hard switch it. I kind of by using taunt here, I kind of trapped him. Funny enough, I'm no longer running taunt on this Aerodactyl, but there were instances where taunt was extremely useful. I just think dual wing beat is better. Taunt was useful here, but either way, he finally is forced to hard swap and get Garchomp out the hard way. He really should have done this last turn. He protects here, but I kind of figured something like that was going to happen, so I wasn't really too worried about it. I opted for Rock Slide just in case Instant did stay in to get some chip on it, or potentially flinch it. Instead, I get dang near meaningless chip on Garchomp, but hey, damage is damage. And we do Parting Shot out into there, because again, I kind of had a feeling Orthworm was going to protect. Or he was going to hard swap, because he really didn't want his Instant still on the board. So now I'm thinking, who comes out? I kind of need Bask out, but also Sinistcha is a really good angle here, because they can't hurt Sinistcha. But I could also just go Bask, and then flip turn right back out into Instant. I have really good options here. Like, there's basically no bad choice. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next turn with Arrow is the other big thing. Arrow still has a Sash attack. Ultimately, I do end up going to Basculegion. I figure, hey, I can probably just flip turn out. I don't really want to click anything else. My plan is to taunt the Orthworm. I want to prevent any attempt to Shed Tail. I want to prevent any Iron Defense. Though if he has Protect, he probably doesn't have Iron Defense, because I think I've seen his whole moveset. So I'm really just over... Or am I expecting Orthworm? I think I was also expecting Orthworm to potentially swap out and Instant to come back in. Because then he can set up a turn where he can bring Orthworm in safely and then have Garchomp EQ. So I was kind of expecting it to swap out, but either way, it can't Shed Tail now. It also can't Protect now is the big thing, I suppose. But I was actually expecting that to be Instant. As you can see, I crit this guy here. The crit I don't actually think matters, but it's still unfortunate for my opponent all the same. I don't think that crit winds up amounting to anything. I, sure enough, go for the play that I talk about. I flip turned into my Instant, get the Intimidate off, more drops on Orthworm. I know Body Press doesn't care, but Heavy Slam does. He does end up getting this Earth Eater onto his Orthworm to put it back into range where he can Shed Tail, but I did taunt him, so he can't actually Shed Tail, right? He does go for Heavy Slam. He finally gets damage on Arrow. Even if he crit me, I have Focus Sash. So now it's like, okay, what do I want to do now? I can keep protecting. Arrow being on the field is just annoying to him. My Instant has kind of already done its job, but it would be useful to bring it back in. I don't see the reason for it to go down yet, especially because Orthworm has nothing but single target attacks. I just need to position myself to the point where I can kind of deal with Garchomp. I think Garchomp might go for Rock Slide or Earthquake. It doesn't really matter to me. I get more HP back on Arrow. I think Arrow actually lives another Heavy Slam at that HP. He finally hard swaps Orthworm because it can't Shed Tail. So he brings out his Instant. I think my swap is good here. Arrow is very debuffed, so Rock Slide is really not doing much of anything now. Arrow has eaten 2 Intimidates. He protects here with Garchomp, but it ultimately doesn't matter because I didn't attack him or anything like that. So it's like, okay, do I finally want to bring Arrow off the board? I think I do. I bring Arrow off the board. I know Instant is looking at a juicy target here for Sinistcha if it wants to Flare Blitz, but I live one. Unless it's like a max attack adamant Instant, which none of them are. I shouldn't say none of them, there's probably one out there. But they're usually bulky. Like, he'll do big damage, but either way. I'm going to heal back up from that Rock Slide. And also take out Garchomp because of the crit earlier. I guess in this case the crit mattered, but I don't think it really did. Like, if Garchomp lived here, I was just flip turning into it. And if he brought... Because I don't think he has anything to eat a flip turn. So he does Lariat into the Sinistcha slot. I had a feeling he was going to. Because I figured he was relying on a potential Rock Slide, that Rock Slide, to take out Arrow. Also fortunate that he didn't flinch me, because then Garchomp goes down. But again, even if it didn't, I was going to flip turn into it, and that would have taken it out. Orthworm comes back in. He can still Shed Tail to whatever he has in the back. I'm just going to take out Instant so that he literally can't. So it's either he brings out whatever he goes into the back and tries to get Instant behind a Shed Tail, which doesn't really matter, because then Legion will just take care of it. And I'm going to Magic Gotcha as well. I will outspeed Orthworm. There's a chance I burn it. There's a chance I think it even does enough damage that Orthworm doesn't really have the greatest special defense. I actually don't know how much Magic Gotcha will heal. Either way, I've kind of ruined his strategy. But yeah, so Instant just goes down. He can't Shed Tail now. It's not possible because his other Mon is going to come out in the field. Oh, my entire roster, yeah, he ends up FFing, which makes sense. I had 4 Mon still. GG's to this opponent. And we're back in game 2 for this video. Very fast lead, almost a mirror lead. I brought Arrow Sneasler this time, and he brought Talon Sneasler. So I'm still running Taunt. I know Talon wants to Tailwind, but I also know Talon has Gale Wing. So I kind of just give up on Tailwind immediately, initially at least, because I know he's going to get his up. I can't get mine up. Though I can fake out the guy. I realistically could have Tailwinded here, but I wanted to protect my Aerodactyl from his Sneasler's fake out to preserve its stash. Because I figure, and I'm running Jolly Max Speed. I think a lot of Sneaslers are Adamant. Or I just won the speed tie. I didn't really, well, no, it wouldn't matter because I protected. See, it would have only mattered if he targeted me, but I figured he was going to target my Tailwind setter. So he no longer has Gale Wings. But rather than go for, I know that Aerodactyl is faster than Talonflame, and I'm kind of confident that I think my Sneasler is also faster. So I'm just going to go straight into Talon. I'm just going to deny him any opportunity to go for Tailwind. So he goes down. He lost his speed control, unless he has another form in the back, which I don't believe he does. Which puts me in a good spot. I went for Dire Claw because I didn't really want to proc my White Herb yet, though realistically I guess I should have close combated anyway. His Rock Slide miss is unfortunate for the opponent. I have, I guess, because it's some chip on Sneasler, but it doesn't really matter. He does hit the opponent he wanted to hit. My Sash is now broken on Arrow. I'm still the fastest thing in the game now. With Gale Wings Talon out of the board, I can click whatever I want on this Arrow because it's so fast. Out comes Blastoise, which is super cool. Blastoise behind Tailwind with probably especially offensive, no, probably an upper hand Talon to protect it. No, if he had upper hand, surely he would have clicked, right? I'm not sure. Oh, either way, I'm kind of confident in my setup in the back. I'm also relatively confident that Arrow is the target here. Arrow's the juicy one that can go down to one hit. And Arrow is my form of speed control. Though if he's running Blastoise. So he does protect, which is smart. Megas tend to run protect or protect turn 1. But I know I can take out Sneasler, so I had no reason not to try to just get some damage. There was a chance he went for Shell Smash. If I can get some damage off, that makes my life easier. Obviously, Dire Claw goes into his protect. Game's not over yet, but I have a nice board state. What I have up front doesn't do much versus Blastoise. It definitely doesn't do much versus Archaludon either. I can close combat into it, but that's about it. I'm considering swapping. But hard swapping Exca is extremely risky, depending on what Blastoise wants to do. And I'd rather have Basculegion locked into Last Respects. So at this point, I kind of want things to die. I'm thinking I want something to die, because I want my other guys to swap in cleanly, and I want Last Respects to be stronger. So I'm kind of just going for just all-out offense until what I have up front dies, because I'm very confident that what I have in the back just wins the game from this point, because I'm faster. So I go for surprising damage on this Blastoise. I'm genuinely shocked Dual Wing Beat did that much. But shoutouts to Aerodactyl. Awesome Pokemon. I'm so glad it's so good in this format. Close Combat does a ton to Archaludon. Like, he's gonna get stamina, but so what, man? Like, you're dang near dead. You're dang near dead. I've got White Herb now, not that it really matters. He's gonna Ice Beam into me. I live it pretty comfortably. I think he doubles into Sneasler because Sneasler's the big offensive threat. He doesn't see Arrow doing that much. But I mean, Arrow did more than almost 40% of the Blastoise. Either way, Sneasler has more than done its job. Sneasler's been fantastic, so it can go down. And now it's just a matter of who do I bring out first. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why I overthink it. I think the reason I opt to go for Exca is because if something goes wrong and Exca faints, then at least Last Respect is already hitting at 150. Or if Arrow faints, Last Respect is already hitting at 150. I'm debating protecting. I think I opt to not do it because it really doesn't matter if Arrow goes down. But I am seeing the potential path to victory the opponent can have, but not really at the same time. I'm kind of overthinking this turn because I'm faster than Arch, and Blastoise can't beat me. I think I just wasn't super confident. I think I forgot that Excadrill gets speed. I forgot what my own Mon does because there was really not that much reason for me to protect here. It is the safe play, but it just doesn't really matter. Oh no, that's right. I was thinking about something like this. I was thinking it might protect. That's why I did it. Right. Past me is smarter than future me. I was right to overthink this. Because yeah, sure enough, Aura Sphere comes in. I'm not. No, that would have KO'd. That would have KO'd. Mega Excadrill doesn't have that much special defense. I think that would have KO'd. Mega Launcher. That was like a Focus Blast basically coming in. Surprisingly, Arrow is still on the field, so I don't even need Bass. But even at this point, like, it's completely GG. There is no hope. Even if that turn had gone badly for my Excadrill, right? Bask comes in, one-shots Archelodon, and I'm positive Blastoise had nothing to even, like, 3-hit Bask. Because if he's running Aura Sphere, maybe he was running Dark Pulse. I think that's what I was kind of worried about, the potential Dark Pulse if he was just 4 attacks. But either way, Arrows just stays on the board all game long. It happens more often than you think. People really should not ignore that thing. And here we are with yet another one. So I knew the opponent had a Farigiraf Trick Room team, so that means Farigiraf is always going to be on the field first, which means I get to do something fun. I know that thing wants to click Trick Room, especially in the face of my Tailwind setter. Well, what have we here? I love Farigiraf, but I would want to do the exact same thing. So Tailwind, I have no interest in clicking Tailwind. He's running a Trick Room team. The only thing that's going to be faster than anything I have is Sneasler and Zard Venu in the back. But that's all the more reason to preserve, because I'm expecting that he does have Zard in the back, just in case Trick Room doesn't work out. But either way, Trick Room is not going to go off. So he protects his Rhyperior, which makes sense. It wants to be safe until Trick Room goes up, especially because it doesn't want to eat a Matcha Gotcha. So I set up Trick Room, extremely confident that Farigiraf will then proceed to undo the Trick Room. So there goes his turn 1 Trick Room shenanigans. Bask can Oko Rhyperior here. I have no reason not to just go for Matcha Gotcha. There's no threats on the board for me. He would have to spend another turn going for Trick Room. He decides to save his Rhyperior with Ally Switch. I didn't even know Farigiraf got this. Interesting. This move is a bit infamous for being annoying, but either way, huge damage on Farigiraf, which is fine by me, and it's going to eat another big hit from Matcha Gotcha. I might even get the burn on Rhyperior, is what I'm thinking. And with this board state here, my best Mon to bring back in really is Excadrill, because he has no Trick Room up, and I have options. I kind of don't want to lose Exca to like a big aggressive hit from Ripe, but at the same time, so long as Sinistcha's on the board, I can always just undo his Trick Room. Also, Sinistcha has Rage Powder, so if I'm afraid of Rhyperior at all, I can just Rage Powder. So his Farigiraf has Citrus Berry, makes sense. He goes for Ice Punch. It does do big damage, but I heat it up. Freeze would have been very unfortunate. I'm glad that didn't happen. But yeah, I'm really happy about that Trick Room play. That's the whole reason I run Trick Room. My team is very fast, so running Trick Room on this thing. Obviously, Protect is really good too, but Trick Room is not uncommon, so I just think this is worth it. So obviously, I'm Mega Evolving here, and I'm attacking. It's just a matter of who do I want to attack. I want to attack Farigiraf. I don't want to have to click it. I don't want to have to click Trick Room again, because now I don't know when he's going to do it. Turn 1, I knew for a fact he was going to do it turn 1, because he needs to. You don't want to delay your Trick Room, right? But now I don't know if he's ever going to click it again. I also had a feeling Rhyperior was going to protect, and he might try to Trick Room this turn. So while my entire board is faster, I figure, hey, let's just go for damage. So sure enough, the combination of high horsepower, I could have gone for Iron Head for safety, but I wasn't confident. Farigiraf can be built quite bulky. Either way, Farigiraf is gone. There is no more Trick Room. So I have the speed advantage for the board state. I believe Mega Excadrill is actually faster than Charizard too, so even if Zard comes out now, Rhyperior is kind of dead in the water. He can't really do much. So out comes Sneasler. Close combat is a thing, of course, but I can just Rage Powder, right? Like, I opt to go for Matcha. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, because I was, oh, right. I want to Matcha this turn and then Rage Powder next. I was correct to do, nah, not really. Kind of. It doesn't matter. The way I saw it, this was a win-win kind of situation. This just lets me get Rhyperior off the board so I know what to do for next turn, right? Because Rhyperior is dead in the water. Down goes Ripe. It was cool to see Ripe. I'm glad people are using Rhyperior. I myself have yet to run a team with it, but I do like it. It's a cool mon. It does kind of need Trick Room to do stuff. Lightning Rod is cool though. I don't think it's even the, I think it's the third best Lightning Rod user. So out comes Arch. So yeah, there is no Zard in the back. I'm pretty confident at this point that I can just, you know, win. So we just Rage Powder here, and we just go for Sneasler because it's the big threat. Even if Arch starts Electroshotting, like, it has no moves for Mega Excadrill. It has Electroshot, it has Dragon Pulse, and Flash Cannon. I absorb all of that. Even if Dire Claw's coming in, but I feel like he's going for close combat because he has to. He kind of has to. I haven't shown Rage Powder yet. He probably knows I have it, but I haven't shown it. And Exca just beats his board, so he had to do that. That's not really on the opponent. I think he was doubling into Exca there, hence the Flash Cannon, otherwise he would have Electroshot. If he was targeting... But then again, I resist Electroshot as well. Either way, this is effectively GG's for all intents and purposes. Like, yeah, he has stamina, but I'm just going to win eventually. And yeah, that's another W for Mega Excadrill. GG's to my opponent. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.